Hey guys, Toaster here with another Ace Tanker replay, this time in the Stug 3G, which is the Tech Tree Tier 5 German TD, and we are on, what's this, Miravanka. And I've just gone up this line because I got the Stug 4 for free as part of the missions. I did all the missions and received it, and I figured, oh, I got an okay crew, I'll go ahead and go up this line. I'm not much of a TD player, but at low tiers it's not that hard to do well. So we're going over to the forest. We have a T1 Heavy and a Churchill, both tier 5s in a tier 6 game. They're heavies, and so I feel safe enough to come over to this side. So this position that I'm taking now is actually quite a good position, and you'll notice that I knocked down the trees in front of me for some additional cover, because this tank does not have the best view range. Even with binos, I'm not maxed out, and being used to American TDs, that's not a comforting thing for me. But fortunately, the enemy tends to make quite a few mistakes, which is, you know, it's kind of almost necessary to get an ace tanker these days. But we'll just watch and wait and set up shop, and hopefully we can hit something. And obviously we do. So this KV-220-2 is showing full side, and although it's got fairly good armor, with full side showing, it's not a problem. One thing you notice, this gun doesn't hit for a huge amount, but it fires really fast. So we're hitting these guys behind bushes, and now that he's out from behind the bush, I go ahead and pull back. And you can see the DPM on this thing, if it's allowed to fire, is very good. The issue that I've found with this tank is that generally you get lit and then you have 360 health and you're dead meat. So this is pretty good matchmaking, and then in addition to that, we're in a pretty good position. So that is 3 quick kills and 1,000 damage right there. So we're just going to move up now, because I don't know that there's a lot left at this point. So I see that Hetzer. He's not someone I really want to face, because he does have the opportunity to use a derp gun, and his armor is a little bit troll. Probably not so much for this gun, but we do catch a shot on the Chinu, and he bounces us. This thing has a weird armor layout. You get some freak bounces, but I don't count on them for the most part. And the gun for the tier, I don't think the gun's anything special. I'd much rather have something a little higher alpha, but this tier, that's uncommon. So rather than face the Hetzer and deal with anybody that's in the back on the 9-0 line, we're going to go kind of towards the middle. And we end up facing this T50, which is one of my favorite tanks, by the way, the T50. And once we face our armor at him, he doesn't really have much of a chance to go through. So it's 6-4, and Artie, as you've seen, has fired at me a couple of times. But with the low splash values on Arties at this tier, it's fairly easy to avoid them. Especially, they usually sit over on the 1-2 line, so they're quite a ways away. There's travel time, and you'll notice here that I move my reticle just to see if I have a shot before I actually turn my tank, and we do in fact have a shot on this Matilda 4. So this guy's been caught out. Kind of sad for him, but that gives us our 4th kill and 1,700 damage. And I will say that we faff around a little bit here, and mainly it's because there's 2 Arties, and there's almost always a line of people sitting up on that hill where that T-37 was last spotted. So we're just trying to get shots into this KV-1 or KV-2R, and there is just a hint of a shot. So not likely we're going to hit it, even if we do get an outline on him. But I'm hoping he'll come over the ridge. That, of course, has not happened. But when you're lit in a KV-2R and there's 3 Arties on the enemy team, it's almost certain death. So we're just playing a little bit patient here, moving up bush to bush. And at this point, I don't believe that I realized that the Chi-Nu was dead. But he died. That's bad on me. And I'm going to take a few questionable shots here just because I know 1700 damage is by far the best I've ever done in this tank. And I'm almost finished with the grind on it. So, in fact, tomorrow you're going to see the next tank, which is the Jagdpanzer 4, I think it is. And it's got a much better gun on it. So we're taking some blind shots, just maybe hoping for some damage. And we let our binos activate so that we'll see anything on that ridge. And we pick up the grill who's sitting in the wide open. So we don't pick up the kill and we get lit here because of the light tank. But that's okay. Nevertheless, it's another 100 damage. We'll take it. And I'm looking to see where that M8A1 is because he has really good DPM if he catches me out. But in fact, he's backing off, and rightly so. He's outnumbered. At this point, the game is well in hand, and I just want some more damage. So I'm going to come up and over intelligently, but I will come up and over on this M8A1. So I'm not a big fan of these tanks so far. We'll see how they go. I hear the Jagdpanzer, the tier 7 is pretty good, and the tier 6 I hear is pretty good as well. So we just auto aim and we ram the M8A1, which is another one of my favorite TVs. And unfortunately, Artie hits us and takes us out. So we do let everybody know where the Artie is, as if they don't already know, but that is basically the end of our game. Let's go ahead and take a look at the after action report on this. I guess I can let it run out. We'll just speed it up here. Watch Artie die. That's always fun, right? So I do like the next tank in the line better. It's got more alpha, and therefore I enjoyed it more. So, okay, let's go take a quick look. Okay, here we are. We actually picked up a bond. We picked up the ace, of course, and the high caliber, and that was for 2150 damage, 5 kills. That's only 1,000 base XP, just over 1,000, which isn't a whole lot, really. And this thing doesn't carry a lot of ammo, so I did spend some on ammo, basically, because I had to dip into my gold reserves. I have a premium account at this point because I completed a mission that gave me 2 days of premium. So we ended up with 48,000 credits, and I had personal reserves going out and mission payout as well, so we ended up netting 4,500 XP, and I think this was probably the last game I played in this, because if I recall right. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll have another video for tomorrow with the next tier up, and I aced that really early in the grind. So thanks again, and we will catch you next time.